Your mind's blown!
We got a video.
Onychophora, also known as velvet worms, are soft-bodied invertebrates that have physical characteristics of worms. They're closely related to annelids and arthropods. These worms have velvet-like skin that has several water-resistant papillae to keep it dry. The average size of Onychophora is between 0.6 to 6 inches in length.
The Onychophora exhibit cephalization. It has a segmented head composed of 2 eyes, 2 antennae, 2 oral papillae, and a mouth. Within the head are 2 slime ducts and the brain, connected to a ventral nerve cord that runs along the length of the body. Onychophora do not have a skeletal system, but instead produce a complex cuticle outer layer. Their bodies are covered in tubercles that function as sensory mechanisms. The number of legs on the invertebrate depends on the species, ranging from 14 to 44 pairs. Each leg has retractable claws for better grip along the terrain of its wet environment.
Respiration in Onychophora is made possible by trachea throughout its body. These breathing tubes transport oxygen from the outside environment to the rest of the internal body. Onychophora are difficult to locate since they require a wet habitat like the rainforest due to their inability to control water loss.
Onychophora typically dwell in small crevices and structures on the forest floor or around termite colonies. Onychophora reproduce both sexually and asexually. But fertilization is specific to a species. Fertilization may occur either externally or internally.
Oh, well, isn't that convenient?
And female and male morphology is usually dependent on gender. Females are considerably larger than males.
Onychophora are carnivorous and are able to catch their prey by secreting a sticky protein substance that is produced from the oral papillae near its mouth. Onychophora then uses its jaws to open its food, injects a digestive saliva into its prey, and sucks out its liquefied body. Onychophora feed on small mollusks, termites, crickets, and spiders.
We all need to eat. We all need to eat.
In addition, the system can be used as a defense mechanism.
I said, you dirty dog.
Locomotion in Onychophora is achieved through leg and body movement. Because Onychophora do not have a proper skeletal system, they can move through tight passageways. This allows them to hide in places where larger organisms cannot reach them.
The developmental pattern of the Onychophora is similar to protostomes. Though, in the beginning of their development, Onychophora show signs of deuterostome development by growing the entire blastopore before developing either the mouth or the anus.
Onychophora have a lifespan that may last up to 6 years.
Damn!
Reaching maturity between 6 to 18 months and do not have a larval stage. They tend not to migrate and only move around in local areas when feeding on smaller prey.
Due to their similarity to arthropods, scientists are very interested in Onychophora because they provide an example of what characteristics arthropod ancestors may exhibit, making them an important and valuable taxon to study. There is as many as 180 species of Onychophora, both alive and extinct. From these 180 species, they are divided geographically into 2 families: Peripatidae, which are circumtropical, and Paratopsidae, which are circumaustral. The 2 families have 3 major differences: the number of legs each has, reproductive habits, and where their gonopore is located. According to Yang et al., the taxon first appeared 520 million years ago. Evidence is found in fossils of Onychophora organisms from the Cambrian period. Some fossils include the species Hallucigenia and Xenutian, which showcase a long central body formed with spines.
Based on the fossils collected, it is hypothesized that the Onychophora taxon originated from species that lived in aquatic environments. The taxon could have also originated from arthropods, based on the shared physical similarities between the 2 taxa.
From the character matrix phylogenetic tree, the Onychophora placement shows a direct common ancestor between Arthropoda and Onychophora, as supported by findings in the article by Dunn et al. And Yang.
The 16S RNA code tree most closely resembles the tree in the article by Dunn et al. Although Onychophora is not represented as closely related to the Arthropoda taxon as it should be, the 3rd branch of the 16S tree represents the same taxon relations as shown in the 2nd branch of the article tree.
After comparing the simplified tree found in Dunn et al. With both the 16S RNA and character matrix phylogenetic trees, it is evident that the RNA tree more closely resembles the phylogenetic tree found in literature.
While the article tree shows a most recent common ancestor between Porifera and Cnidaria, Arthropoda and Onychophora, and Annelida and Mollusca, the 2 constructed maps do not. However, the character matrix tree also fails to display the Chordata and Echinodermata taxons as sharing a most recent common ancestor.
But I'm not done yet.
Arthropoda should be more closely related to Onychophora than is displayed in the character matrix and rDNA trees. This can also be supported by the close similarities in morphology found between the two taxa.
The particular characteristic of reproduction in Onychophora is difficult to determine within the constructed phylogenetic tree based on that it contains both sexual and asexual reproduction. Having both characteristics of reproduction present with the taxon could cause inaccuracy within the phylogenetic trees.